A long time ago, there lived a hardworking and virtuous man who had a son called Oduduwa. Oduduwa was known in the entire village as one of the boys terrorizing the village. His father had tried everything to make him change, but Oduduwa would not listen. One day, Oduduwa and his friends decided to rob a neighboring village. Plan for the robbery was put on ground, and they chose a date for the robbery. Few days to the robbery, Oduduwa's father called Oduduwa and said, "My son, please, all this you have been doing, you have to change, because one day I won't be here. You need to change from the way you have chosen to live." But Oduduwa angrily told his father to leave him alone. The day of the robbery came. Oduduwa and his friends went to the village to rob. Everything was going well until a group of villagers attacked them. His friends escaped, but Oduduwa was caught. Oduduwa was sent to prison and he was to spend 5 years in prison. Oduduwa's father heard the news and cried bitterly, but could do nothing about it. While in prison during visiting days, his fellow prison mates had family visit him, but no one came to visit Oduduwa. This continued for 2 years. One day, Oduduwa decided to write his father a letter. He wrote the letter telling his father he was sorry, but his father didn't reply. He wrote several letters, but no reply. Oduduwa cried because he knew he had disappointed his father. On the 5th year, Oduduwa had changed and hoped his father would have forgiven him and given him a second chance. So he wrote another letter telling his father about the day of his release and begged his father to forgive him. But then again, he sent another letter. This letter he wrote, "Dear father, I know I have brought you pain and disappointment, but being in jail, I have learnt my lesson. I will be released in a fortnight. Father, please, if you have forgiven me, on the 3rd train station, please tie a white handkerchief so I know you have forgiven me. But if not, I accept my fate and I will not return." The day of his release came. Oduduwa joined the train. On the 3rd train station, Oduduwa checked and there were no handkerchiefs. Oduduwa wept and said he knew his father had not forgiven him. But just as he approached his last stop, Oduduwa saw lots of handkerchiefs tied. Oduduwa screamed and said, "Oh, my father has forgiven me. My father has forgiven me." He rejoiced. Then the train stopped. Oduduwa came down. With tears in his eyes, he rushed to his father and said, "Father, I am sorry. I have disappointed you in several ways. Please, I am changed." His father said, "My son, I have forgiven you long time ago. I'm glad you're home." They hugged. And that's the end of the story. Tell me, what did you learn from today's story?